Well, as we come to the end of 2010, and the media sums up the year for us, telling us what is important, what was important, what were the highlights of 2010. I sit back and watch this and listen with amazement. What they found to be the most important and significant events of 2010 was, of course, their coverage of those events. And if it didn't come on CNN or it didn't come on MSNBC or Fox News, then of course it wouldn't be considered important in 2010. And if it didn't involve Sarah Palin and Don't Tell, Don't Ask, and Obama's speechifying and political maneuvers, then it wasn't an important event. But there are other issues, so many, that mainstream media didn't cover. And one of the most important issues of 2010 was the massive incarceration rate in the United States of America. America, who has a population of 5% of the world's population, imprisons 25% of the world's prisoners. 25%, for a population that represents only 5% of the world's population. And an additional fact growing out of this massive incarceration is the fact that 44% of those incarcerated in the United States are African American males. Obama and mainstream media didn't cover that event. So, as we run around the world imposing democracy and justice and fair play and free trade, at the same time, we're locking up more American citizens than the whole rest of the world. The entire world population houses less prisoners than we do. We are number one on that list. At the same time, our economy is going south. Our military-industrial complex is dominating our budget. And another important thing is this military-industrial complex and the military budget. Our military budget exceeds the military budgets of all the rest of the developed nations in the world. Yes, 44% of the world's military allocations of budget to the military is greater than the rest of the world's combined. Yet we talk about, in our politicians and the mainstream media, all they talk about is cutting back on social programs, cutting back on Social Security, cutting back on Medicare, cutting back on Medicaid. And the military-industrial budget is sacrosanct. Cutting back on them is not on the table. Obama doesn't let an opportunity pass when he can talk about the military and how we're going to support them. And support what? These wars in Afghanistan and in Iraq and Somalia and Mali and Yemen and and our backing of a potential conflagration in Korea. We're everywhere. And that's all we have. Our economy is busted, but we still got the military-industrial complex, and we are the biggest drug sellers in the world. We sell drugs and guns. That's what we do. But mainstream media didn't find that significant. Those are two of the best kept secrets in America. And then we talk about white poverty. We always, when we discuss, the mainstream media discusses poverty, it's always a black face on it. You know. But one of the best kept secrets in America is that the largest group of impoverished people in this country are white. But, that's not an issue to be discussed by the media. You know. So what I would like to recommend is that we form a list, or we put together a list, and I'm asking y'all that are watching this video to do this, of some of the best kept secrets in America. Things that mainstream media doesn't discuss, but should be discussing. The military budget, white poverty, these wars of aggression all over the planet, the massive incarceration of African American males in this country. Those are just a few. What are your thoughts on that? What else do you think should be on that list? Let me hear from you.